Stacy, let's bring up the ATIM module website just so people can see that really quick. Or do you want me to do that? You're muted.
If you want to do that, Kathy, that's great. Otherwise, I can pull it up too if you need me to.
I just need to get a little bit more real estate on my screen here.
Yeah, we've also, again, like for that mentioned too earlier from Sarah, by utilizing for the PD hours, right, for staff, that's been another really popular use of the micro credentials as well. So, and as Kathy is doing that, a couple things, as I know our time, it always goes so quickly together. I will put the slide deck back in just in case anybody joined late. And then in addition, there is a short survey afterwards that if you could complete on our behalf, that would be fantastic. So I'm just gonna, those will be the two resources that I'm putting in the chat while Kathy is showing this.
Yeah, so this is what the ATIM module dashboard kind of looks like. So when you're here, you'll see way on the right hand side, you'll get a login, and again, your login is for free. So once you're there, you can look at what you've completed. So you can look to see which ones are out there. When you click on, sorry for the scrolling, you can view all modules. And as you look at these, like here's the family-centered approach, the early childhood, it tells you it's 1.5 hours, okay? So it already gives you that kind of an idea. And this one for AAC, it says it's 2 hours to complete. Now remember, you either can do 3 of these, or you can do 2 of these and then something else, an article or whatever, so or a webinar, something else. Once you get into a module and you click into them, there's sorry, I gotta move the chat here. There you go to start it, and when you start it, you have to agree that you're not going to be sharing your answers with people. And as you go through each one and you continue, you'll get, here's your pre-assessment. So you have to go through and answer these questions. There's usually like 10 of them. And this one's 1 to 10. Sometimes it's 1 to 12. Once you get through all of that, then the content begins. So you do have to do that part. And it gives you, here's all of the different parts to it. And as you complete each part, see each one is there. See that in this one, there's a couple, here's 100 most frequently occurring words for fluent adults using speech generated devices. Great little link to have in there. And these are the things that a lot of people, like Anne was saying, that she would take these resources out. You know, it's a great way to have all of this. And when you're finished with this on the table of contents, you go down to the bottom here. Sorry for scrolling again. You know, this one actually had 48 pages, but like the summary and frequently asked questions and citations, you know, none of this really is all of that as important as, like, it's got the material at the end is really great for you, and then your post assessment. So when you're finished with all of that, let me go back here. When you're finished with that, you can then view your progress, and it will show you which ones that, like, these are a couple that I've started, and then it will show you all the ones that you've completed too, and it puts the date there. So you have an opportunity to really get into that and see what's going on, and keep a record of that and when you've taken them. Anybody else have any questions? We'll stop that in a second here. Hang on a second. Too much screen here. Okay. Any other questions? We do have in the slide deck, we do have next steps and resources. And again, there's that tutorial that's in there. But we're here to help. You know, like Anne said, you know, there was, you know, there's others too that, like in Iris's class, that had trouble making a copy of a Google Doc. Just message, you know, send me an email, or Stacy an email, probably me, because Stacy's a lot busier than I am. So send it to me and I will certainly help you out as quickly as I can. Hello, everyone. We're just going to give you a little bit more information about the ATIM modules, or the Assistive Technology Internet modules. If you notice up on the top, you'll see that we've already gone ahead and logged in. This URL up here can be found off of the AT Forward webpage. So if you're here on our AT Forward webpage, you can go to the micro-credentialing. And once you're here, you will find the URL for the ATIM internet modules. Now, these modules are all designed by professionals to help you learn more about assistive technology. Each one does include a quiz, a pre-test, and a post-test. We do require, as part of the micro-credentialing, that you take a photograph, a screenshot, using a snipping tool or whatever else you can to give us a factual representation that you did in fact complete the module and did in fact get a passing score. This is just for the accountability of all of these. So once you are on and you've gotten yourself all logged in, you can take a look across the top here and you can view all the modules, especially if you're new here, you're going to view them all and you'll see them, they'll all list out here. And you see next to them, it says 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Now, this is an approximate time to complete. It all depends upon like how fast you read, how much, there's links galore. You can spend a lot of time going down rabbit holes and looking at different resources that they have. But, maybe it's an area, a lot about this part, but not so much about another. So then you'll spend more time in one section or the other. So once you're all logged in and you're got your ATIM modules up, you're going to go to where it says, where you've copied your Google Doc for your micro-credentialing. So this one is the device access one. And it shows you here exactly what you need to do. So you need to check off your chosen options. Note you need to complete 3 of the ATIM modules or choose 2 in addition to a third option. And again, that third option can be whatever you want. Just again, give us those recommendation or those some sort of documentation about that for you. So you notice on the top here, it says computer access 1, WADI part 1. So what you're going to do is you can actually just click on this and it actually is going to just bring you right into that modules. So then you're right back here. So you can use that as a link, or if you're already there, all you need to do is look to see which one you need to complete. So if I'm looking for computer access, WADI part 1, or maybe we'll do mobile devices. So once you're here, then you're back in your ATIM modules. I'm just going to scroll down here and you can see there's a lot of them. I'm looking for mobile devices. Hearing, math, there we go, mobile devices. Once you get to this page, you are going to, click on the overview. And this one says this one's only approximately 1 hour to complete. Once you are here, it's going to give you a little synopsis of what the module is all about. And right here, it says there is an optional $10 certificate. Remember, you're going to get your micro badge from the Department of Public Instruction. And then there is no cost. If you do want a certificate from ATIM, then yes, you'll have to pay the $10, but we're not requiring that. So once you're here, the first thing you're going to do is hit start. You're going to agree that you're going to keep your account, to yourself. So you'll read all those things. And then once you're there, you're going to go ahead and start. This one says it's got 25 pages. And if I go to continue, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to give me a pre-assessment. And you just answer these to the best of your knowledge. And what it's trying to do is trying to assess, what was your knowledge coming into these? And that, again, just helps those of us who help create these to make sure that that we're challenging people, or that maybe we need to do something different or to add something to the modules. So you're going to go through and answer each of those questions. When you're done, if you go back to your table of contents here, it will show that this has been completed, and then you go to the next section. And basically you're going to read through the material, and you can see that there are lots of links here. And embedded within the slides too, there are just some like think abouts. So what are digital natives? So you have to kind of think about what is that and answer those questions. And once you do that, let's see, adults who are proficient, people work. Okay, so there's the answer, hit next. And it says, yep, I'm correct. And then you click your page and continue on going through. And then when you're finished, if you look at the table of contents again, when you finish and you go all the way to the end, the last thing it's going to do is give you a post assessment. Now it does 25 here, but really the ending is, the citations and references. Supplementary materials are a lot, but as far as reading goes and far as time on task, it really kind of ends on page 20, besides the post assessment. So when you're finished with your post assessment, what you're going to do then is you're going to use a snipping tool or a screenshot, whatever you want. And I just opened mine up there, and I'm going to hit new. And then you're going to drag across where it's going to say, congratulations, you finished it. It takes a screenshot, a photo of that. And then that you are going to copy. And then when your copy of your AT Forward Access, your Google Doc that you have from us, what you're going to do is you're going to paste it in there so that we have a documentation that you did in fact complete the assessment. So here it will say assessment, congratulations, you got whatever score you happen to get. And then those three are in there. When you're finished with that, you're going to finish all three of your modules or two modules and something else. Then you're going to give us your action statements. You're going to give us some reflections, and then you're going to send it back to us. And it says, please be sure to submit a link to this document here. And when you click here, it is going to send you to a form, and you're just going to fill out this Google form, and that will automatically ship everything to us. So hopefully that's helpful. If you need more information, if you go back to our micro-credentialing homepage, you'll notice here there is an AT Forward micro-credential process video tutorial. Pretty much what I've just shown you, but a little bit more information that I've given you today was on the ATIM modules. So thanks for joining us.